Welcome to another Finished First session. I'm Judge Dawson. Today I'm not dressed as a judge would dress, if there is a particular way a judge should dress, but we know that there's a standard uniform that you may be used to seeing me in. Maybe it's my robe because you've been in my courtroom, or maybe it's my bow tie, or if you're lucky enough, maybe you've seen me in my yoga clothes because you know I am a judge and a yogi. I spend a lot of time not only doing yoga, but I also teach yoga. And I've gotten to the point where I've actually developed and started my own yoga school for those who want to learn how to be yoga teachers. It's called the Power Yoga Flow School. But I say all that because during this Finished First session, we're going to talk about the power and purpose of meditation. And I'm not going to act like I know everything when it comes to meditation and the reasons behind it, but I know what it does for me and I know what it can do for your life. So sit back and enjoy as we walk through the power and purpose of meditation. Now, the first thing you have to consider when we talk about meditation is the natural barriers to meditation. One of those barriers is the fact that it's not really a Western practice. It's something that was done in the Far East for many, many years. And eventually it came to the West by way of some of the yoga gurus. But I'm here to tell you that it even goes deeper than that, because it's not only a Western new practice, but it's something that's been done across the globe for many years. It just depends on who you listen to and what you prescribe to, but it is definitely something that's been done across the globe. So when we categorize meditation as something that only Easterners do, those from India and far beyond, we're really missing the point and we're missing the boat, because we are losing out on the opportunity to dive into something that is very powerful. Now, another barrier to meditation is the Christian walk. Now, some of you may be Christians, so I'm going to speak to you. Now, you may not be of Christian persuasion, and that's okay because I'm going to get to you too. But if you are a Christian, and especially a Baptist believer, you know that it has been kind of denounced in the denomination, the Eastern theories, practices, as well as meditation, because we prescribe to a certain way of worshiping God and Jesus Christ, and it is not what they are doing in the East necessarily. So if you grew up in a Baptist church, you've probably been told that you should not do yoga, you should not meditate, and that it's all from the devil or something like that. But I'm here to give you some more enlightenment, a way to look at it in a way that can bring this practice into your life and it doesn't violate any of your Christian principles. So that is a second barrier. The third barrier is just the fact that many of us won't take the time to sit down and be silent and still with ourselves. We are so busy running, so busy moving from to fro, this hustle to that hustle and the next hustle and then on to the next hustle. I mean, it's a never-ending cycle of our movement. So just the thought of settling down and trying to concentrate and be within your own body is something that's foreign. So that is the third barrier to meditation. But now, as I mentioned, we are going to talk about how meditation can bring you power, how meditation can even add more purpose to your life. But most importantly, it will change the way you think and the way you move and the way you operate. I guarantee you that if you take this journey of meditation with me, and even though this is just a short video, if you take the journey with me through my practice, my programs that I'm doing and offering at the Yoga Lab studio, you will change your life. And in fact, I do want to offer you this for everyone watching this video. Right now, if you go to judgedawsonyoga.com, there is a free ebook called Meditation 101, How to Slow Down in a Fast World. So get that book, because a lot of the things we're going to talk about today are in more detail in the book. So if you're interested in taking this journey, and as I mentioned to you, you should be interested because it is a different way to think, a different way to take your life to the next level. Let's go. All right, the first reason to meditate is because meditation can bring calmness to your life. Now, as I mentioned, my ebook is called Meditation 101, How to Slow Down in a Fast World. It goes without saying that we are on the move every single day. I mean, it's a fast-paced world. You have to go from here to there. You have to go to school or take your kids to school. Then you have to go to work or you're looking for work. I mean, there's so much going on in our day that we just get frantic. And I see it all the time in my courtroom. I see it with people when they walk up to the bench, they're uncomfortable being in court. They don't want to be there, or they feel that they've been sitting there too long waiting for the judge, which is not true. But nevertheless, everything is moving so fast. So meditation is so important to bringing a sense of calmness to your life. And when you have that sense of calmness, you are able to carry it with you all day long. See, the first thing that people think is, you know what, I'll get up and meditate and it's no big deal. I'll sit somewhere, I'll say a few chants, and then I'll walk out the door and it all leaves me. But I'm here to tell you that it does not leave you. The meditation, the calmness that you bring to your life, it stays with you all day. And more than just staying with you all day, it gives you the ability to navigate your day in a way that doesn't harm you or doesn't harm anyone else. And I told the story before, and I'm going to keep telling it again because it's so relevant. There was a young man in my courtroom whose emotions were out of control, and it happens a lot. I'm just speaking of one that was more recent. And I can tell that the person just could not settle down. And that's what sparked the whole beginning of me telling to take 3 deep breaths before beginning court. Now, the breathing is not meditation in and of itself, but it is a part of meditation. So part of meditation is tapping into your breath and tapping into your calmness. Before we begin, let's go ahead and see what the practice is about. All right, so what you want to do is get yourself in a comfortable seat. It doesn't matter if you are on the floor, if you are in a chair, maybe you're in your bed or sitting up on a couch. Doesn't matter. But you want to make sure that your body is comfortable, that your back is straight, and that you begin to relax. So the first thing you notice, we always keep tension in our shoulders. So relax your shoulders. That's the first step. And then relax your head, relax your neck, even the muscles in your face. Do you realize how much tension you hold in your face? Every day, when people say, wow, what's the matter with you? Well, it's because they can sense the tightness in your face. So if we are going to take this meditation seriously and you're practicing meditation, we have to consciously and intentionally release all the tightness in the body, starting with your face. All right. So now that you've done that, I want us to take 2 deep breaths together. Yes, right now, I want you, wherever you are, because it doesn't matter if you're listening to this on the headphones, on the bus, in your car, you can do this right now. So from your comfortable seat with everything relaxed, take a deep breath in, breathe in, and exhale. Let's do that again. Breathe in and exhale. Now, if you've noticed, when I took my deep breath in, I held it at the top. And there's many reasons why you can and should hold your breath at the top. I mean, I can give you philosophical reasons, I can give you motivative reasons, or I can give you a health reason. But the bottom line is that when you hold your breath, not only are you building your lung strength, and we know we all need that in today's time, but you're also harnessing the energy that you just gathered in, building the energy, building it up, and then allowing yourself to release it. So for those of us who are new to meditation and breathing, think of it like this. As I said, life moves fast and life is stressful. But when you breathe in, you're noticing, okay, all that energy, I'm hungry, I just got off work, I'm mad at my boss, and you hold it in, hold it in, hold it in, and then release. And it's showing you that you can let go of all that stuff. And I want to speak directly to the men that's watching this. Meditating is not something that is soft. It is something that is important. Because you want to not only build your lung strength. How many of you know men who can't even walk up the steps anymore? Or they run down the street and they're tired? Or they eat so many white boxed foods from all these takeout places and they can't even breathe. You want to work on your breath. It's nothing soft about it. In fact, it's the coolest thing you can do because you're serious about your health. All right. So on this next exercise, the last one we're going to do together before we continue to talk, I'm going to count to 5 as you breathe in. I'm going to count to 5 as you hold it, and I'm going to count to 5 as you exhale. That way you are actually monitoring how much you are breathing in, how long you're holding it, and what you're releasing. So let's go. Breathe in. Simple as that. Now, I would want to suggest this. Make sure you're doing it with someone that you love and you know maybe they've taken the vaccine or something like that, or you know they're healthy, because you don't want to breathe on people nowadays. That is not the thing to do, right? So the point of the matter is your breath is so important to your meditation and to your life. And as I mentioned, what I started doing in my courtroom is I started making people take deep breaths in and breathe out so that they can calm themselves down before court. And that is the beauty of meditation. Not only do you do it when you sit in your house, but you can carry it with you all day because your body is calm, your mind is calm, and most importantly, you know how to tap into it at any point. It takes 30 seconds or less to breathe in and breathe out. 30 seconds that can be the difference between you ruining a relationship, losing your job because you say something smart, or going to jail because you do something stupid. So meditation and breath, so important. All right, here we go. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why meditation is so important. Number 1, it reduces stress. How many of us are under stress right now? Think about all the things that's been happening in your life, not just over the year, but what about the last 24 hours? Many of us have jobs, we have families, some of us have side hustles and all these other things that we're doing. In fact, like I said before, not only is life fast, but it can be stressful. So one of the benefits of meditating is that you will be able to reduce your stress. And tell me, who doesn't want to reduce stress? So again, tapping into the power of meditation is a stress reducer. And if you reduce your stress, you're going to reduce your health bills and the times that you run to the doctor. So meditation benefit number 1, it will reduce your stress. Meditation benefit number 2, you will control your anxiety. You will control your anxiety. That's the nervousness. That's that restless feeling that you have sometimes. Maybe it's before a big performance. Maybe it's before an interview. Maybe it's before you just get on that Zoom call with your boss or the people at your job, whatever it is, or a test at school. You will have anxiety. That is a natural occurrence in life. But when you meditate, maybe for a minute, maybe for 2 minutes, tapping into your peacefulness, your serenity, you will be able to manage that anxiety a little bit better. So benefit number 2 for meditating is you will manage your anxiety. Benefit number 3, you will manage and control your emotional health. Now, if you've been following me on this journey, you know I do a lot about emotional intelligence, avoiding the legal matrix, finishing first, power yoga flow. All these things really go back to emotional management. How are you managing or controlling your emotions? Because that's what determines how successful you'll be. Now, I mean, you can hit it rich, you can have the hit song or the hit rap song and hit it rich and hit it big. But if you can't manage your emotions, you may do something that could derail all of the hard work that you put in. So managing your emotions is so important. And why is meditation connected to managing your emotions? Because you are able to find your center and tap into what you are really feeling. Okay, so I think I'm upset, I'm just pissed off, I'm angry, but what exactly is it? Is it that you're embarrassed? You're tired of being late? You're tired of being taken advantage of? Whatever it is, once you reduce your emotions down to what they really are by meditating and being calm, you can then address your problem in a way that won't derail all your hard work. So benefit number 3, you will have great emotional health. Benefit number 4, you will increase your self-awareness. Now, what does that mean? To be self-aware means that you know where you are right now at this precise moment, and you know exactly what you're feeling. See, a lot of times we travel through life and we don't know what's going on. You find yourself at the bar here, you find yourself at Walmart, you find yourself at a relationship that you don't want to be in. But if you are aware of yourself at all times, you are going to act in a way that's best for you and your future. So when you think about the fact that meditation can bring you closer to self-awareness, it's a benefit that you cannot give up. So benefit number 4, you increase your self-awareness through the power of meditation. Benefit number 5, you will increase your attention span. Think about it like this. How many times have you found yourself just simply dialing out? People are talking to you, they're trying to get your attention, and you're just all over the place mentally. What? It's because you haven't controlled your body and your mind. Meditation is the way to control. It's the way to understanding how you tick and what helps you slow everything down. So if we're trying to be more present and trying to increase the attention span, then meditation is perfect, because through meditation, you are forced to pay attention to where you are right now. Now, don't get me wrong, your mind will race. You will think about other things, but you'll learn how to pull yourself back to the center. Thus, you are present. Thus, your attention span is increasing. So the benefit, number 5, is that you're going to increase your attention span through meditation. Benefit number 6, meditation will help you reduce age-related memory loss. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how young, how lit, how fly you are, you're going to get older. I mean, if you're blessed to have long years, you will get older. And all the things that we're doing to our bodies right now, we don't know what effect it will have later on. I mean, just let's keep it real. The supplements, the drinks, the partying, the kicking it, the Ciroc and all the other stuff that we do on the daily basis, we don't know how it's going to cause our body and mind to deteriorate. But through the power of meditation, you are reactivating the synapses in your head and your brain. You're creating new neural pathways. You are becoming stronger mentally every time you meditate, because you are forcing your brain to go down a new path of stillness and awareness. So as we get older, and again, we all will get older, meditation, a regular meditation practice, will decrease age-related memory loss. Benefit number 7, through meditation, you will increase your ability to be kind. I mean, really. First of all, meditation is hard in and of itself. So just the fact that you had a win by sitting down, being still, and listening to your body and mind, when you come out of it, you're going to be in a state of peace. And if you are in a state of peace, kindness just flows from your body and mind. Think about it. If you just finished meditating and it was sincere and it was divine, how likely are you to stick your middle finger up at the person that runs past you in the next lane or zooms around you? You're not that likely to get mad at them. I mean, it could happen, but even if you did, it'll be a little less than when you were not meditating. So meditation brings about your ability to express your kindness and to be kind in this world that surely needs it. The 8th benefit of meditation is that it will help you in your fight against addictions. Now, let's be real. It doesn't matter what your addiction is. Maybe you're addicted to alcohol. Maybe you're addicted to smoking cigarettes. Maybe you're addicted to stealing things. Maybe you're addicted to porn or something like that that's destroying your relationships. The bottom line is that when you have the ability to meditate and tap into your divine and greatest self, it will slow down and maybe even eliminate your addictions. And what I tell you, what you can do is that whenever you are led to go toward an addiction that you know you want to get rid of or you want to stop, that's when you want to sit down and meditate. You want to sit down and realize just how powerful you are. And I mean it, whether you meditate for 10 seconds or 10 minutes, it is a powerful act. And just that win, that powerful act will show you that you have the ability to move away from that addiction. So one of the major benefits from meditating is that you will gain control slowly over the addictions that haunt you in your life. So meditation benefit, reducing your addictions. Meditation benefit number 9, you will sleep a little better at night. Now, here's a good secret about meditation. If you do it at the right time, and if you do it in your right mind, you may fall asleep while meditating. And I'm going to tell you, there is nothing wrong with that, because what that basically means is that you've reached a level of peace, so much so that you lulled yourself to sleep. So a benefit of meditation is that it could help you with your sleep. Now, I would suggest that if you're going to use it to help you go to sleep, put yourself in a position so that you can have a comfortable rest. And that means don't meditate in a chair sitting straight up if you know you're going to fall asleep. Go ahead and do it on your bed. That way, when it puts you to sleep and your body is at rest and your mind is slowing down, you can just fall into a comfortable sleep and wake up the next day. So one of the benefits, the benefit number 9 of meditating is that it will help you eventually with your sleep. Meditation benefit number 10, the last one that I'm going to mention today, because I'll tell you there are probably hundreds of benefits. Number 10 is that you will be able to control your pain just a little bit. Now, we can go on and on about this and get a lot deeper, but I will tell you this. Pain has levels to it. There is the physical and the surface level of pain, meaning you get burned, you're going to feel it. But then there is also the psychological level of pain that has been studied many, many years. I'll give you an example. Oftentimes, doctors and scientists, they'll give 2 people medicines for their pain. One person is receiving an actual medication, and the other person is receiving what they call a placebo, which is not medication. It's just something that they're taking. Probably has nothing in it. Maybe something like water and oxygen, right? But what they found is that both parties show and tell of how pain was reduced as soon as they took the medication. And what that goes to show you is that a lot of times the pain that we feel has an element of it that's very mental. We mentally experience the pain. So if you tap into a regular meditation practice, you will now gain the ability to get beyond that mental pain. Maybe not the physical pain. You'll need some medication for that or some therapy and things like that. But the pain that is pulling you down mentally, you'll be able to get past it. Let me give you an example. I have a wonderful good friend who had a stroke. And I love her to death. And a lot of people thought that she wouldn't recover. But I'll tell you, not only is she recovered, but she's thriving. Why? Because she would not allow her mentality to accept the inabilities that the doctors were going to tell her she was going to have. It was mental for her. And now maybe everything is not perfect, but she is moving well beyond the average person that went through the same trauma. So it just goes to show you that the power of your mind is so strong that you can oftentimes defeat what doctors think you can't. And meditation is something that will help you tap into that power because you will connect with the divine energy and power within yourself. And that is the key to achieving all that you need to achieve. All right, so as we conclude this session, I'm not going to hold you long. Now I want to give you the ABCs of meditation. I started early. I veered off because I wanted you to take your breaths. But this is what you need to do. This is how you start your meditation practice. Find a comfortable seat. Remember, I want your back straight. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and relax. I would say you should set a timer. That way you can know what you've done and you can always gauge your progress. But one key thing I want to tell you about your meditation, or a few. One is make sure your environment is peaceful, meaning that you are away from the TV. Maybe you put your cell phone on silent or something like that, but you want to be in a place that's peaceful. Be very intentional about the peaceful surroundings that you have. 2, again, make sure your seat is very comfortable. That is important. Make sure your seat is comfortable. And then 3, when you close your eyes and you begin to meditate, try to think of nothing or try to think of something specific. So it's either one or the other. Either you're going to have a blank slate or you're going to think about something very specific. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a goal. Maybe it's a mantra. Maybe it's a scripture. But either way, when you focus on one thing, it allows the power of meditation to rise up in you. And that's when you get strong. And that's when you tap into the divine inside of you. Now, here is a very important point. When your mind starts to wander, because it always will. I mean, I've been meditating now for over 750 days in a row. Yes, 750 days in a row. And my mind still wanders every time I sit down. But what I do is I just bring it back in. It's almost like the young boy that was sitting on the river with his father and he was talking about, Dad, you know what? Everyone's throwing all these things in the river. Look at how dirty the river is. And you know what the dad said? He said, no, son, the river is not dirty. Those things are in it, but they're going to pass through it. because deep down in that river, it's still as pure as it's ever been. And those things that are floating on top of it, they're just going to float on down the river. So the same thing with you and your meditation. When the thoughts come and you feel that you're getting distracted, acknowledge them and let them float away. And that's when you tap into your power of meditation. All right, it's Judge Dawson. This was another Finished First session talking about the power of meditation. That is something that I want you to bring into your life. And when you do it, you will be a better cycle breaker. So I always like to end these types of sessions with my salutation from my yoga practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Let's bow and say namaste.